The world is changing. For decades, the United States and its allies have dominated global politics. Now, a new group called BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is challenging that dominance. These 5 countries are home to over 40% of the world's population and account for a large share of the global economy. BRICS is not a formal alliance like NATO, but its members share common interests. They aim to create a more multipolar world where power is more evenly distributed. BRICS countries argue that the current global order favors the West at the expense of developing nations. They are dissatisfied with the dominance of the West in international institutions. For example, the United States has a veto in the United Nations Security Council, allowing it to block any resolution. BRICS countries want to reform these institutions to give developing nations a greater voice. The rise of BRICS signifies a shifting global balance of power. Developing countries are becoming more assertive, demanding a greater say in global affairs. Stay tuned for more updates on BRICS developments. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us for the latest insights. BRICS has several goals. One main goal is to promote economic cooperation among its members. They have large markets and abundant resources. Working together boosts their economies. Another goal is to challenge the US dollar's dominance. They are exploring creating their own currency. This would give them financial independence. BRICS also seeks to promote peace and security. They address global challenges like terrorism and climate change. BRICS established the new development bank. The NDB funds infrastructure in developing countries. It is an alternative to the World Bank and IMF. BRICS aims for a balanced global financial system. Their efforts reshape international economic relations. The idea of BRICS was first proposed by economist Jim O'Neill in 2001. He predicted that the economies of Brazil, Russia, India, and China would soon overtake those of the G7 countries. The first BRICS summit was held in 2009 in Russia, where leaders agreed to cooperate on economic development, trade, and investment. South Africa joined in 2010, changing the name to BRICS. Since then, BRICS has held annual summits, expanding its agenda to include global governance, security, and climate change. The new development bank has approved over $30 billion in loans for infrastructure projects in developing countries. BRICS countries have also agreed to settle more of their trade in their own currencies, reducing reliance on the US dollar. However, BRICS faces challenges due to the differences among its member countries. They have different political systems, economic structures, and foreign policy goals. These differences can make it difficult to agree on a common course of action. Despite these challenges, BRICS continues to push for a more balanced global order. The rise of BRICS is a direct challenge to the West. For decades, the United States and its allies have dominated global affairs. The BRICS countries are now demanding a greater say in how the world is run. They are creating their own institutions and forging new economic partnerships. The West is responding in various ways. Some Western countries see BRICS as a potential partner. Others view BRICS as a threat to their interests. The United States is wary of BRICS, seeing it as a way for China to increase its influence. The close relationship between Russia and China is also a concern for the US. The rise of BRICS is likely to lead to a more multipolar world. In such a world, the West will no longer dictate the terms of the international order. This shift could lead to significant changes in global governance. The balance of power is evolving and the world is watching closely. BRICS is reshaping the global landscape. The new development bank, NDB, was established by the BRICS countries in 2014. Headquartered in Shanghai, China, the NDB's mission is to fund infrastructure and sustainable development projects in BRICS and other developing countries. The NDB has an authorized capital of $100 billion, with each founding member contributing $10 billion. The bank is open to membership from other countries. Since its inception, the NDB has approved over 90 projects worth over $32 billion. These projects span sectors like energy, transport, water, and sanitation. The NDB is seen as a challenge to existing financial institutions like the World Bank and the IMF. It aims to provide loans at affordable rates with fewer conditions. The future of BRICS is uncertain. The group faces challenges like internal divisions, economic competition, and geopolitical rivalry. However, BRICS also has strengths, including large economies, vast populations, and abundant natural resources. The success of BRICS will depend on overcoming internal divisions. The BRICS countries have different political systems, economic structures, and foreign policy goals. This can make it difficult to agree on a common course of action. Another factor is whether BRICS can effectively challenge the existing international order. They have called for a more equitable and just global system. The rise of BRICS is a significant development in international relations. Developing countries are becoming more assertive, demanding a greater say in global affairs. Only time will tell the ultimate impact of BRICS. The world is watching closely.